Come on in. My name is Bill Tobin, and this is your restaurant success tip of the day. Recently, I saw a post on Facebook. Somebody was opening a new restaurant. They've been in the service industry for a long time, but they've never been in management, and they've never owned their own place. And they say, what advice would you give to new owners? And there's dozens of things. And part of why I share this is because I always want to give advice to new owners and new people in their industry. But if I had to narrow it down to just a couple things, I would say number one is know what you want to do, what your core values are, and what you expect to be as a restaurant. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't change your menu. That doesn't mean that you can't make adjustments, but you can't be everything to everybody. My best example that I can think of is when we first opened Tiki's Grill and Bar, we were in a hotel and took the spot of what had been a hotel restaurant for years. We gutted it. We made it our own restaurant. There hadn't been a restaurant there for at least a couple years, but one of the old restaurant's regulars came into our restaurant and ordered what was close on our menu, what it was close as he could find to what he normally ordered on his menu. And at the end of his meal, he said, well, I'd really like it if you had mashed potatoes and green beans to go with my steak. And we could have said, you know what, if you're going to come here every day, we're going to make sure that you have mashed potatoes and green beans with your steak. But instead, we said that's not, we're not a restaurant that's going to serve mashed potatoes and green beans with your steak. We have specialty items we do have mashed potatoes now, coincidentally, but we've never had green beans, and we have specialty items. We put the starch with those items. It's not a regular hotel restaurant. We are a restaurant that creates our menu and with the products that are obtained locally, and that is not green beans. And there's lots of things like that, but that was our core values, and that was part of our purpose as a restaurant. And we knew that we weren't going to sway for every Tom, Dick, and Jane who has an idea for a restaurant. We were staying with our core value. And when you're opening a restaurant, that's probably the number one thing that you have to do. Stay true to who you are. You can't please everybody, but if you stay consistent and are trying to please people with what your vision is, then you're going to do well. So your task for today, stay true to your vision when you open your new restaurant. Now go make it happen. Do you have a comment or a tip for restaurant leaders? Text me at 808-201-0550 or find me at restaurantleadership365.com. This is Bill Tobin. Thanks for coming in. See you tomorrow.